Welcome to this special edition of Stoudman's Summer Movie Reviews, the complete dossier. This is not going to be a review so much as a breakdown of all the reviews I plan to do this summer and when I plan to do them. The first thing I want to do is thank everyone who has watched my reviews to this point, and to ensure you that a review for Terminator Salvation is coming this Monday. In fact, for most of the movies I plan to review this summer, you can expect them on the Monday following their release in theaters. There are a few special circumstances, but we will get to that later. The reason there are a few days between the release of the film and the review that I plan to do of the film is so that I may have time to actually go see the film and then produce a well thought out review for my viewers. Up until now, I've just been winging it for the most part, but now that I am sure of exactly how I want to format the reviews, I'll be attempting to add a little bit more order to them. I realize that my microphone, to this point, has not been the greatest in the world. It's a microphone that's implanted in a webcam, and it just really sucks. It has a lot of background noise, and it's annoying as hell, and I understand that. And I thank you for putting up with it to this point, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to use this microphone instead, and it won't be nearly as annoying. Thanks for your patience, and I hope you like what is to come in future reviews this summer. Speaking of future reviews, I have gone ahead and clearly laid out all the reviews I plan to do this summer without a shadow of a doubt, sadly. So far, I have reviewed two movies, X-Men Origins Wolverine and Star Trek, with a review of Terminator Salvation to come in the next few days. The rest of the films I plan on reviewing this summer are as follows, and in this order. Land of the Lost is coming out on June 5th, and from what I can tell, it promises to be a campy, cheesy, funny rendition of the original series it's based on. Expect the review to be out on June 8th. Next on the list will be the little-discussed film Moon, a science fiction film which is only coming to limited release, but looks to be a truly well-done sci-fi movie, which I am very excited to see. If I am able to find some place nearby that is showing the film, I will most definitely be going to see this when it comes out on June 12th. And you can expect that review on June 15th. So what's next? Well, what else could be next? Right smack dab in the middle of the summer, but a Michael Bay movie. This one being the oft-doubted sequel to Michael Bay's take on Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen. I have to admit I've heard and seen some things about this film that seem to suggest that it may be a big flop. But regardless of whether it is or not, I will be going to see it on June 24th and providing a special edition review of the film on Friday the 26th of June rather than the Monday after, being that the film is being released on a Wednesday. I guess when it's a Michael Bay film, it doesn't have to follow any pre-established rules or ideas. This better not suck. After that, coming out right before the July 4th weekend, is Public Enemies, a gangster flick starring Johnny Depp. How could it go wrong? What better time to release what looks to be a great gangster film than right before the weekend of the 4th of July? I mean, what's more American than glamorized illegal activities? Nothing is, of course! Expect the review for this puppy to be another special edition arriving on Friday, the 3rd of July. However, after this film, I don't plan to be doing any more reviews until July 31st, which leaves pretty much the entire month of July open. But don't worry, I am willing to take any suggestions that any of my viewers might have. After all, there are plenty of movies coming out this summer which I have not decided to review to this point. But I am more than willing to take some time out to review some movies that some of my fans might want me to review. So, if you want me to review a certain movie that's not on this list, please let me know in the comments section and I will consider it. So what is this mysterious movie that's being released on July 31st that I'll be reviewing? Well, it would be that new comedy from Adam Sandler starring Seth Rogen, Funny People. This film looks to be pretty amusing, as all throughout their previews for it I felt as though I hadn't seen Adam Sandler be quite this funny for a long time. Whatever the case may be, I'll be seeing it on the 31st, with the review to be coming out on the 3rd of August. The summer's almost over, but there are still a lot of great movies coming out, especially in August. It was a tough choice, but I picked two in particular that I am very intrigued about and can't wait to see. On August 14th, Peter Jackson's under-the-radar sci-fi flick District 9 will be hitting theaters. This is a film about an alien spaceship making its home over an African city. But if that's all you heard about it, you'd think it was simply another classic invasion film. However, the previews make it abundantly clear that this is not the case, and there is much more in the way of politics involved in this story. Anytime a sci-fi film attempts to ask the tough questions, it either means it's going to be good or it's going to be really bad. Let's hope for the former, as you can expect my review on the 17th of August. Last but certainly not least on this list is Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds, coming out on the 21st of August. Anytime you get Tarantino working on a project like this, you almost expect something at least slightly offensive to come of it. However, hidden behind the shock factor with Tarantino is the fact that he doesn't need the shock factor to make a good film, because he's just as good without the gimmicks. I think he just likes to use them because that's the kind of film he likes to make. Either way, expect his latest film to hit theaters on the 21st of August, and the review subsequently on the 24th. Now, unless I decide to make any last-minute addendums to this list at the end of August or the beginning of September, then I regret to inform you that this will be the end of Stoudman's summer movie reviews, at least for 2009. Please keep in mind that any suggestions you have for films you would like to see reviewed will go a long way towards my decision to review them, if they aren't on this particular list. When I say you have a chance to add the movie you want reviewed to the list, I'm not joking and I'm not lying. It's all up to you. While I am limited in terms of funds, I know I will definitely be prepared to see all the movies currently on the list and possibly a few more. What those few other ones will be is up to you, the viewer, or my own decision at the end if nobody gives me any feedback. So don't just leave it up to me if there's something you really want to have reviewed, because then it might not happen. Thanks again to everyone for watching my reviews, and I hope you will enjoy all the reviews to come. Movies are definitely one of my favorite pastimes, and anytime I can help anybody else out in deciding whether or not they'd like to see a film, it is just a great feeling to be able to help people out in that manner, especially with the amount of stinkers that come out of Hollywood nowadays. So that's why I started this whole thing, and I really hope I'm able to help some people make those decisions this summer. So thanks again for watching, and if you have any feedback for me at all, please don't hesitate to leave it. It is all very appreciated.